Hi, I'm Levi Foster, and welcome to Backyard City Sessions.
What's going on, everybody? Good? Pulled out of Dallas, 3 a.m. Dead-eye straight to Birmingham. I'm gonna set that stage on fire and do my thing. Burning it up in all directions. Out here trying to get some traction. Make a whole lot of money for a little old diamond ring. And oh, I tell you what, man, when I'm holding her hand, it's better than being a rich man. Got that Rocky Mountain High, did a 3-night stretch on Tulsa time, just trying to find that highway back to her. Hammered down 88, right back to that lover state. I'm gonna take that rock and make that girl my world. And oh, I tell you what, man, when I'm holding her hand, it's better than being a rich man. But she's in Richmond, living her life. She's gonna make a good wife to this lucky man someday. And I know this guitar, it ain't no mansion, but it can get her dancing on a rainy day. And oh, ain't life a bitch, man, 'cause I'm in love and she's in Richmond. Oh, I tell you what, man, when I'm holding her hand, it's better than being a rich man. But she's in Richmond, living her life. She's gonna make it a good wife, it is a lucky man someday. And I know this guitar, it ain't no mansion, but it can get her dancing on a rainy day. Oh, she's in Richmond, living her life. She gonna make a good wife if there's a lucky man someday. And I know this guitar, it ain't no mansion, but it can get her dancing on a rainy day.
So I grew up in a town called Rustburg, just south of Lynchburg, and I've been playing music since I was about 14. Started playing shows, played in a bluegrass group for a little bit, Bluegrass was a big thing in that area. And anyways, I didn't have anything holding me back a couple years ago to stay, so I, figured I'd just drive up here and figure it out as I go. I had one connection that I knew of, and I had never met him before. He's actually from the same town, Rustburg. He grew up there. And my cousin went to high school with him, and I heard that he was writing songs up here, so I got his number, reached out to him, did like a cold call kind of thing. And anyways, we became fast friends. His name is Alex Dooley, and we've been writing a bunch of songs together. Some songs that I have released and songs I'm putting on the record too. So, yeah, that came through some personal experiences. When you pick up your whole life and just move to a new city without knowing anybody, which is, I'm sure, several people's experiences. You have some regret with it, and you try to run away from your problems, but you can't run away from your problem if you're the problem. So that was kind of the basis of that song, and wrote that with Alex Dooley. So that's a Rustburg, Virginia song there. Yeah, so I was playing around Virginia and just playing full time, playing anywhere I could, bars, nursing homes. So I wanted to write songs, and where I was playing at, I couldn't really do original music. People wanted to hear cover songs, so I wanted to go to a city where original music was a lot more welcomed, and start making my own records and putting my own songs out. What was the inspiration for me moving?
I've been running like a gypsy on a fast train every night, with a one-way ticket far away from the bridges I've burned. I've been breaking my body trying to trick them demons inside, but they keep giving me hell back in return. Round every turn, round every bend, I never learn, I never win. That lonesome wind is like a wise man's words I wouldn't let sink in. I'm far from the man in the Bible verse that's tattooed on my skin. I've cut every tie I've had and watched it bleed. Of everything I've tried to leave, one still remains, still stuck with me. Had a damn good woman I left right in the dark, made the world we made together just disappear. Felt the ones I love start to fade inside my heart. Now the shame I wear is stitched and sewn with fear, but I'm still here, away from there. I can't go near, so I go where that lonesome wind is like a wise man's word I wouldn't let sink in. I'm far from the man in the Bible verse that's tattooed on my skin. I've cut every tie I've had and watched it bleed. Of everything I've tried to leave, one still remains, still stuck with me. like a wise man's words I wouldn't let sink in. I'm part from the man in the Bible verse that's tattooed on my skin. I've cut every tie I've had and watched it bleed. Of everything I've tried to leave, one still remains, still stuck with me. Thank you, thank you.
When I like to write, I'll just sit down and write a bunch of melodies and put those on my phone, and maybe I'll find some words that will fit with that melody. So the melody comes first most of the time for me. Yeah, it's a glorified skinny dipping song, if anything. Another thing, I had the melody for a while, just a simple kind of nostalgic melody, and it made me get in the vein of past experiences, kind of first love deals, and obviously young love more often than not is not going to work out. So it has elements of that in it too. But I really wanted to capture the nostalgic feeling and hopefully invoke some type of emotion that people can look back on their youth and rediscover for themselves.
Your hair matched summer dress, snaking out your mama's kitchen door. Down the stairs I was waiting there, like every time before. Quietly we closed the garden gate and took the path that led down to the lake. Cheap wine tastes just like champagne when you're 17. Your touch felt just like soft rain falling over me. We threw our clothes and left them where they lay. Nervously we let love lead the way. Well, I held on to you, you just held me tighter. What else could we do in the water? We made fire. Moonlight promises are hard to keep when morning comes around. There were too many miles between me and some old college town. Circumstances always win somehow, but at least we felt the heat before the world put us out. Well, I held on to you, you just held me tighter. What else could we do in the water? We made fire. Well, I held on to you. You just held me tighter. What else could we do in the water? We may find. Thank you. Thank you.
Was listening to this piano player on YouTube, and he had a similar melodic arrangement that I kind of stole, but it's not note for note. But I just love the cascading progression that this guy was using, and this was right around when I started dating my girlfriend Sabrina, and she we had worked together at the time, and you know we were kind of in secret seeing each other, and I'd always say, "Oh, you can't look at me like that. We're at work," you know. So that's kind of where the hook came from, and then we kind of built this whole story around a guy that had gotten out of this toxic relationship, and he saw this girl again, and then he's like, "You can't look at me like that. I've got my whole life together now." So completely opposite story, but I wrote that with Rafe Carlson and Carly Zimmerman.
I've been doing good for a while now. I've got a steady job and a car that don't break down. I finally fixed the screen door and the washing machine, and got the smell of your perfume out of town. I've been doing good for a while now. Oh, I just saw you from across the room. That same fire in your eyes that burned me too many times. We've been down this road, but I can't go. You can't look at me like that. No, you can't look at me like that. I heard you found a man who's got it all. He bought a brand new diamond ring for you last fall. Still I get to wondering, do you think of me when you have a little too much alcohol? I heard you found a man who's got it all. Oh, I just saw you from across the room. That same fire in your eyes that burned me too many times. And we've been down this road, but I can't go back. So you can't look at me like that. No, you can't look at me like that. saw you from across the room. That same fire in your eyes that burned me too many times. And we've been down this road, but I can't go back. So you can't look at me like that. No, you can't look at me like that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I'm very proud of that song. I wrote it with my girlfriend Sabrina Stewart and Court Taylor, and we had all had, personal experiences with Alzheimer's. Sabrina's grandfather passed from Alzheimer's. His middle name was Walter, and Court's grandfather also had Alzheimer's. And I played a lot of nursing homes and memory care centers where they would hire me to come in and sing old gospel songs because it was kind of a therapy for them. So I had a lot of experience, being around with people with dementia or Alzheimer's, and just how, awful it is for the people, but also the caregivers and the families around them. It spreads its tentacles throughout the whole community. So I think that we all kind of used personal experiences with different scenes throughout that song to where, they had seen that happen to their grandfathers, and I'd seen that happen to people, that I've encountered. So.
Rain is beating on my bedroom window, and I reach for my overall. Well, I bet the workday is gonna be slow, but I grab my boots and head down the hall. Coffee's made and I take Monday's medication. Walk out the screen door to the drive. I climb in the truck cab, but the keys are missing. I reckon I left them back inside. Couldn't find them in the kitchen, so I checked by the bed, and there sitting on the nightstand was a note that said, "Hello, good morning, everything is fine. This is Julie and I'll be there at 9. Since you quit working, here's a list of things to do. Coffee's in the kitchen and I'll see you soon." Well, by that time I heard a knock at the door, and as it opened, much to my surprise, in walked a woman that I'd never seen before, but she had warm, smiling, familiar eyes. So I walked up to her and said, "Can I help you, ma'am?" Then she softly said to me, while holding both my hands, "Hello, good morning, everything is fine. My name is Julie, sometimes it slips your mind. But I'm your daughter, you might be confused. Your name is Walter, and I love you. Her eyes welled up and she hugged me tight. And I asked her, why can't I remember you? 'Cause you're the spitting image of my sweet darling wife. And you'll see when she gets home soon. And Julie said, Mama's not coming home, Daddy. She's passed on. We buried her a year ago at the Pentecostal church. But how about we go for a drive? It won't take too long. We'll get some flowers. I'll go take you to see her. I get out of the car and Julie helps me find her grave. As it all comes back to me, I kneel down to say, good morning, sweetheart. Everything's all right. Been a little forgetful lately. I still know you're mine. You should see our daughter. She reminds me a lot of you. This is Walter. I've always loved you. And I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Oh, when I was paying taxes, for sure. They got me again this year. Yeah, it's a fun, upbeat song where, you know, that's a lot of personal experience with that. You know, just not fond of paying taxes because I feel like I don't make enough money to to pay them, but that's just me. I think that you know, when I decided to write that, I wrote that with Rafe Carlson and Carly Zimmerman, the same people I wrote You Can't Look at Me with. And they were definitely on board. It struck a chord in them too. So I feel like it's a song everybody can get behind.
Well, the way I see it, life is simple, but complicated as other people. Real concerned with what I got going on. But I just wanna be left the hell alone. Well, they say that I ain't worth a dollar, working down here in this holler. But April comes, they keep on coming by, trying to take a big bite out of my piece of the pie. Well, it's one for the preacher, one for Uncle Sam, one for the big rich corporate man, one for the friends of the president. I ain't gonna stop till my money's all spent, but I ain't mind what saying they're using it on. How they spend my cents don't make no sense at all. Well, I guess it's just gonna keep on printing and raising up my cost of living. But if I don't pay them, they'll send me off to jail. They got the hammer in the hands and I ain't nothing but a nail. Well, there must be something that I'm missing, 'cause I ain't got me a pot to piss in, just as a run down rusty old air stream. Well, it's so much much for the so-called American dream. 'Cause it's one for the tanks, one for the bombs, one for the banks that done you wrong, one for the oil and one for the guns. Ain't gonna stop till my money's all gone. I ain't fine with saying they're using it on. They spend my cents, don't make no sense at all. It's one for the house, one for the car, one for the drinks down at the bar, one for the hooker in the senator's bed. They ain't gonna stop even when I'm dead, but I ain't fine with saying they're using it on. How they spend my cents don't make no sense at all. How they spend my cents don't make no sense at all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One more time for these guys up here. Good job. Good job, everybody. You did so good out there.